This is a moving river of ice. It starts up in the mountains. It actually starts as snow. And as the snow piles up, if you have the right conditions and it stays and it keeps building up, that snow goes through a change from snow into ice. And it keeps building up, and eventually if it starts moving, it becomes a glacier.
Yeah, left side.
Little pieces coming off the left,
I see it. Way
splashing
over
into the water.
Yeah.
Oh, more! Look at that!
Big one.
Listen.
Oh, it does sound like thunder.
That's the white thunder. Most of the tidewater glaciers are receding, as are most glaciers in Alaska and worldwide. There are many, many more glaciers that are receding than are advancing.
Oh, there's a lot falling in that crack there.
A lot of it.
Oh yeah, more. Oh, that whole pinnacle is going.
Look what's going. Oh my gosh. Holy.
Oh, the one chunk that fell off with that absolutely blue color was just unbelievable. I've never seen anything like it, of course. Probably never will again, so that was really, really neat. We went on a big cruise before, and that just wasn't my style. I wanted to be a little bit more adventurous, so I think we're getting our fill.
Oh, right side, big one.
Big.
Oh, it's coming from, still coming. Keep watching. More, yes, it's totally falling apart.
To be able to get that close to the glacier and see the calving from close up, that was quite something.
There it goes.
Yeah!
Oh, look at that.
Oh, that's the piece you were watching.
Yeah.
Look at that coming up.
Oh my gosh. That was so good. That was insane. Father's Day. That's a good Father's Day gift.
Yeah, I guess so. Wow.
I didn't even try to get it on my camera. You got it, Dave?
Did you get the wave? Here we are in southeast Alaska with a beautiful morning and killer whales. We don't often see killer whales here, and we're lucky enough this morning at about 6:30 or so. It's a big group, probably 30 or so. They look like those that feed on fish that are called resident killer whales. And they've been doing lots of activities that have been fascinating. Couldn't be any luckier than killer whales in first thing in the morning like this. Wow. Woo.
Oh my Lord.
We're here in Yukon Inlet, and we just witnessed one of the most amazing behaviors on the planet when it comes to wild animals. We saw 12 to 13 wild 45, 50-foot humpback whales all working together using tools, which is bubbles, to corral fish, and then they were all crashing to the surface at the same time to feed on these silvery fish, probably herring.
It's unbelievable. I've never seen anything quite like this. It's almost like a National Geographic documentary.
And then we went on shore and actually ran into a bear along the way while it was feeding on some salmon. It was a pretty great day.
But it's pretty fantastic to be able to see this bear doing its natural thing. It got right down to the river, caught a fish, came right back into the woods, and is just chowing down on this salmon right in front of us. It's very, very exciting to see this. And it's undisturbed. It doesn't care about us. It's watching us periodically and keeping an eye out. But we're watching this very wild animal in wilderness environment just doing its thing. It's fabulous.
Please come join us as we get closer to some killer whales. We're gonna make our way closer and see if we can have a better luck.
There's several of them.
Females?
Yep.
Do they hang out together?
Yep, and there's a juvenile with them as well.
Oh, wow.
Card full. Oh no.
Baby free! Oh my God!
Yeah, they're showing up.
We got a big resident group of killer whales here in the beautiful evening light, sunlight on the mountains, and they're coming up all around us. It's just spectacular.
And besides that, I cannot wait to buy the
It was awesome. We've never seen anything like that before.
Also, by the way, SeaWorld did not teach these guys anything.
It was incredible. Amazing.
Howdy, everybody.
This is better than fireworks.
Howdy. You guys just do a great job getting us out here.
Got them identified.
John Muir was an adventurer, a scientist, and an impassioned writer. And he came up to Glacier Bay on rumor that there was a bay full of ice, full of a glacier that might provide him answers to explain the landscape he loved, Yosemite. John Muir braved terrible conditions to gather evidence that helped the scientific community formalize their concepts of how glaciers really can change a landscape. It wasn't his only visit, though. He came multiple times to this place because there was more than just geology to uncover here. He was inspired by this wild environment, and through that inspiration, convinced thousands, if not millions of people to follow in his footsteps. He was truly one of the fathers of the conservation movement.
People brag about having
I think Glacier Bay can offer us really profound wilderness experiences because there are no signs of civilization. There are no roads here. There are no buildings. There is only a landscape, one that is relatively new and one that is constantly unfolding in front of our eyes. We now have a vibrant ecosystem just coming back to life. From destruction is now creation. And in that space, in that rebirth process, is real hope and inspiration. I can only hope that people can come and try to appreciate that in their day in Glacier Bay.
Hey, wait for me, wait for me.
So this morning what we had was some very unusual behavior that I've never seen in my years with the National Geographic Sea Line. We had orcas and humpbacks in the same area, almost playing together. There was the one humpback that seemed to repeatedly come up in the middle of the orca even after they'd swam away some distance, which was just extraordinary to watch.
I've seen some humpbacks, some beautiful tails coming out of the water. I'm not photographing, Gary's got the lens, so I'm enjoying just watching.
We are getting some good looks at their flukes. You can see the double blowhole as they come to the surface.
This is an unbelievable connection to what's going on in the water. I mean, I've never imagined you'd see animals playing like that you never see the humpbacks two at a time, just stately procession, and all the people just so excited. and all the beauty around us. I mean, that's what's going on, along with terrific French toast.
Like a mosh pit.
We got everything going on. We've got humpbacks, we've got orca, we've got movie time. How's your day? Quite good. Sounds like somebody who can't play the trumpet, doesn't it?
Something truly remarkable. Magnificent animals in expansive seas with hills in the distance, billowing clouds. Absolute magic. I've never experienced anything like it. And in a sense, it's all the more precious because I've shared it with 60 people on this boat. It's a wonderful human experience.
Male is off on the side there.
Well, that was a spy hop.
I have a feeling they're putting on a show now.
Right here, right underneath us. Look at that. Woo! Look at this. That was cool. Oh my God.